The Fantasy Footballers Studio is sponsored by Walmart. Welcome to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Welcome in. Monday, October 27th. A spooky week begins. And the Fantasy Footballers are back with you. Recapping a Sunday of football that had fewer close games than any Sunday since 1970.
It was disgusting. The football was gross. Like, it was funny because
The injuries were gross.
Yeah.
on Sunday Live, Mike, I tuned in. I watched you.
Thank you. Thank you for your
It
viewership.
was a great show.
He pirated it, but
But it was like, you're talking. I think you started saying, "Oh, we got some good football today," and you're like, "Well, I don't know if it's good."
Yeah.
But remember in May that you'd be really happy to
Yes.
have the. I'm not sure that's true, man. Like, I think you
Yeah.
might. I think
who's your favorite player in the game of football right now?
my favorite player.
Recently.
Yeah, it's Cam Scatterbo, man. I mean, I absolutely adore and love that guy.
I think we all do. I
That,
think we all.
that destroyed my. I mean, I think so many people's day.
Yes,
Like it was awful, just so devastating. What a brutal injury to, not just a player and not just a man, but a franchise that has hope and excitement for the first time in forever.
No, I kind of made the comment this morning. It's like Jackson Dart is in the Back to the Future photo, and Malik Neighbors faded away, and now,
Yep.
I mean,
Stay safe, Jackson.
the disappointment and sadness and that you saw in Jackson Dart's face when it happened. I mean, emergency surgery for Cam Scatterbo last night. I guess that might be overstating it. I've seen some people use that language. He had surgery last night, which generally when you have a this severe of an ankle dislocation with the other fractures and, I mean, risk of infection.
That's
Right.
that's the
That's
issue.
the big-
I mean, I think classifying an emergency is
yeah, I mean, I think
not
it's,
an
I think it's
understatement.
fair.
If you get injured and you immediately go and get a surgery that day,
Yeah,
that's a pretty.
You couldn't go home. You couldn't
Right.
travel back. This isn't one where, sometimes even with a bad injury, it's better to wait and let the swelling go down and then have the surgery. This is not one of those situations. This was, you got to take care of it. So it's brutal. Hopefully there's no infection. We don't want to see an Alex Smith
right.
type of situation here.
He's young.
Yeah, that's helpful.
This is something he can come back from, and we just
He's got that dog.
He
I mean,
does have
honestly,
that.
even just the way he responded, and like he's sitting on a cart with a
air cast on.
with an
and-
air cast
yeah.
on a awfully broken leg, and he's rallying his troops and giving like.
I
man.
would have been passed out.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think passed out is enough for me. I would have looked down, saw that, and I would have
just went,
ascended. Yeah,
So
I'm done. I'm done with this world.
Open dislocation is the language there, which tremendous risks associated with it. So hopefully the surgery went well, and he's doing, beginning the recovery. Because so we've established that one of your favorite players in the game got knocked out for the entire season, ruining everybody's mood.
Yeah.
Because he just brings energy and fun to the game. And then how to go in the fantasy world.
Well, I mean, I have Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, so you won.
That's an automatic
So,
win.
I mean, it's pretty
Auto
good.
dub.
Well, auto dub, I put up a ton of points. That's good.
I automatically scored a lot.
Yeah. But no, I like last week when I lost by 0.3 fantasy points. This week I lost by 2 fantasy points. And I'm tired of that, man. I mean, if I score 3 more points in the last 2 weeks, my season's looking very different.
Well, and it came down to like you had a slow death on Monday night last week.
Yeah.
And then-
brutal.
And then last night you had Josh Jacobs, who, it looked like you might be doomed. There was a lot of Emmanuel Wilson. They basically split carries, but all of a sudden Josh Jacobs shows up and
I needed about 15 points.
Yeah,
when he got the touchdown, he was 2 points away, and I'm like,
that's probably, and that was like early third.
Yeah, early third quarter. So it was like, okay, cool. I am gonna get there, and then he didn't. The Packers, like every team, or I guess like half the teams this weekend, they got up big, and it wasn't a close game, and so it was kind of gross football at the end. They didn't need to push the issue. Now I don't believe Josh Jacobs was listed on the injury report, even though he was dealing with the calf last week and was spelled a lot this week. But it seems like they were spelling him because they didn't need him. When they needed him, you remember I think going into the third to start, they were down.
I do not recall.
He was limited in practice this week with a calf injury. So maybe he got taken off the practice report, but they were still, obviously, I think it's very clear they were managing snaps. We've got the resident Packer fan of the universe here in Deucer's Alley. Is that the impression you got too?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like he's still trying to heal up.
And once they got ahead, you knew it was over.
End of third, it would have been Packers 14, Pittsburgh 19.
It was the
math real
his
quick.
touchdown was the one that put them ahead. Jacobs' touchdown was the one that put them ahead. So after that point, they had Jordan Love was cooking. I mean, he completed 20 straight passes at some point in that game. So 2 carries in the second half. One of them was for the touchdown.
Sheesh.
So
just enough to get your hopes up.
Yeah,
well, that's been the part that's hard.
Disappointed.
I want the swift execution.
No, you didn't want to be slowly hacked apart.
No, I don't want to die by 1,000 cuts. Just chop it off, man. Take this head. Just take it. It's yours.
Well, so
give me peace.
There you go. We have a big week to respond to. We have your reactions on Monday Punday. Then we'll get into studs and duds. But let's begin there. And it was good last night. We'll start with the good. Kraft.
Yes, it was.
Kraft yak and cheese, baby.
Oh, man.
Oh, Brees, hallelujah.
Orande God mode. It's got that code.
And we saw some RJ Gnarly.
Finally.
Oh, hey, it's Troy Franklinstein. Ooh, Halloween edition.
Yalen Waddle.
And Runnathan Taylor.
How about Bohemian Rhapsody?
Okay.
Bo Nick's doing it every week.
Flames Cook.
And Kamani Vidal.
Yes.
But they're not all good.
No.
Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah.
Or as Gronk would say, Egmeka Egbigbu.
Turd Ferguson.
BJ Robbins Stunk.
Christian McCaffrey. Or Christian. Crapfrey. Isn't that what I said?
I thought you said
No,
Cap.
yeah, you didn't say it right.
Okay, well, how about McCaffrey?
Okay. Faker Mayfield.
Yeah, Cade Rotten.
Huge mistake.
Yeah. Or if we got Rico Dowdle, I'll start him again.
Cortland struggling.
Jordan Meowson.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Cam Sketta. You.
More like
So-
Cam Skaddow.
Yeah.
So sad. So disappointing.
That's just the worst, man.
I mean,
so this year, every year, you got your guys you like watching, the guys that you really enjoy. I don't remember any year where any one of us felt so in love with a player, and yet this year, Andy, there's 2 of them. You have fallen in love with Emeka Egbuka the way that I haven't seen you do. We always like a player, and that's how I feel about Cam Skaddabu. Is just like I was playing against him. This will show you how I was playing against him in our matchup, and he scored a touchdown, and that is a guaranteed I'm unhappy for every other player. And I was thrilled, man. I was like, hey, he's that dog. Score on me, make it hurt. So yeah, it was just
Well, you have. I mean, it's just the nature of the game. But like when Malik Neighbors and Scattaboo aren't playing football, when Joe Burrow's not playing football, you want your stars out there. But it's part of the game.
we don't need Joe Burrow anymore, guys.
Joe
19 more
Flacco.
targets.
We do not need Joe Burrow.
I believe in the last 3 games.
Did they win?
The Joe.
Do I care?
The last 3 games, the Joe Flacco games. It is the greatest amount of targets in a 3-game stretch since targets were tracked. That is how Jamar Chase is. It is drop back.
I'm doing the math right now. Do you want to know what the target base is?
I do.
You said it's in 3 games he has 54 targets with Joe Flacco. So 3 into 17 times 54, 308. So on pace for 308 targets.
Yes, baby.
Yeah.
That is
308 targets with Joe Flacco. That's what he would have. That's insane.
Wow.
You're
All right.
going to kill him. Although,
Dude,
Nah,
wide
it's
receivers
fine.
want to be killed with targets.
Yeah.
Let's talk some news.
News and notes from around the league, presented by Progressive Insurance.
Free agent Tyler Lockett expected to sign with the hapless Raiders.
He's going back to his buddy.
Geno Smith, yeah. Mike Florio reports the Ravens could face significant punishment for their handling of Lamar Jackson's injury status ahead of the Week 8 game with the Bears.
It was so weird.
Significant punishment. So, like, basically trying to persuade the opposition that he was going to play, only knowing that he wasn't going to play.
I don't know that
Therefore, you plan for Lamar and you get Snoop. I mean, how is that a rug pull? I would love to be rug pulled like that.
Yeah.
I think
we're playing our backup.
the fact that, you know, we always talk about over-unders on this show because it helps for fantasy football. And it's like when we talked about the Ravens game, wasn't it a 50?
Yeah, 50 and
It was
a
a
half.
50-pointer, that's delightful. That's everyone starts for fantasy football. And it was like that through into Saturday, I think it was. And then all of a sudden, oh, hey, guess what? Lamar is not going to play. And then that thing plummets to 44. I mean, I know the NFL doesn't care necessarily about that, but there's a whole ecosystem that relies on
I just don't understand.
reports.
Like,
I got a quote from him. It really is an honest mistake, Harbaugh said. I can tell you this. Nobody's trying to hide anything. There's no advantage to be gained with that.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, Aaron Glenn would disagree, says last week.
I don't
And thank
feel
goodness
like
he did, because that was just enough to get him the win.
they didn't do anything wrong. Like, we kind of expected Lamar to play, but he was limited all week. And then when he had the full participant, it came out he was the full participant as a. I guess I
think that is the issue.
only thing was they changed after that to a limited participant. He was listed as a full participant in the Friday practice, and then it came out afterwards that he was running the scout team, so they had to change it to a limited participant. But it's like, it wasn't like there was ever a guarantee that Lamar was playing this whole week.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's
But he'll be back. He'll be back this week. Thank goodness.
well, and they got the win.
Yeah, they
Which
did.
was,
That's a humongous win.
Yeah, it was a season-saving win potentially. So we got Monday Night Football updates. Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel both playing.
Great.
Kareem Hunt will play for the Chiefs.
That just stinks. Well, like Pacheco and Brashard Smith seemed like, hey, I was excited to play
Sure.
Pacheco, and Brashard Smith was a dart throw. Now with Kareem Hunt there, with 3 guys, it's just 3 darts too many.
That is the rule we have
Too
heard.
many.
I think that Pacheco's still fine.
Cam Scatterboo, we talked about the injury. Saquon left in the third quarter with a groin injury. They said it's not believed to be serious. Another report said he would have come back in if it was a closer game.
Go ahead.
I will say that even if he is totally healthy and they're going on bye, there was what appeared to be definitive evidence of who the backup would be.
Yeah,
who
and
should be rostered even if he's healthy. And it was Tank.
this is my
Bigsby.
guy. We're back, baby.
Tank looked awesome.
Do you-
He had over. I was just about to
Andy, do you know
spoil
his
it.
stat line?
I do not know his stat line. I watched a couple of his runs, and he looked great.
9 carries for 104 rushing yards.
That's a good yards per carry. That's like Ramondre level.
It's an 11.6. Just
Yeah, no, it's a big deal. It'll be part of tomorrow's show, no question. Quinshon Judkins, that'll be part of tomorrow's show too. He left with a shoulder injury, did not return.
both of those teams are heading into the bye week, so
That's
it'll
true.
be a difficult part of the discussion.
Marvin Mims is in concussion protocol. He was one of the few Broncos that didn't go wild.
Wow, him and
Cortland.
Cortland Sutton with a bajillion end zone targets,
including a catch in the end zone that was called back,
including a catch, including a drop.
Yeah,
I mean
it was Franklinstein and R.J. Gnarly. Luther Burden left with a concussion for the Bears. And that was today's news and notes. Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Before we get into the studs, I'm just going to say they did know something.
Oh,
They
yeah,
really,
no. Hey,
they really, really knew something.
we weren't completely pushing back. We're just like,
No.
what do they know
Yeah,
about
we-
Houston
we-
versus
Houston?
San Francisco?
100%. This wasn't they're wrong. This was not us saying like that's a wild line. They're clearly wrong. Go bet the other side. This was like if I were to bet a side, I would have bet the side that is outlandish, like they know something, and they did.
Well,
Crazy.
and I do know that like 70% of the bets had been on San Francisco, but they were still Houston was still favored, and that game played out pretty much like the best team in the league playing the worst team in the league. Like
Yeah.
every snap of every
Houston, it was a beatdown.
San
yeah, it was like a
Francisco-
bully going in there and just holding your face in the water.
I
Yeah.
think
mean,
when the game was almost to the half, San Francisco had like 30 yards
Something
and no
like that.
first downs
Yep.
and had barely touched the ball. It was wild because San Francisco's been beating everybody.
Matt, the Falcon is celebrating that the potential quarterback controversy is over.
yeah, I
Were
mean,
people actually worried about that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so
Okay.
San Francisco
there was
had the ball
conversation.
for 5 minutes and 29 seconds in the first half.
Lowest time of possession by any team in the first half in 15 years.
Yeah, I mean the fact.
How did they know? That's the question. Now.
Yeah,
How did they
I mean,
know?
D'Amico Ryan's
could be
defense
just
knows
a
what's going
perfect
on.
matchup. But to have Christian McCaffrey listed in the bust section is
Well, you lost this week, right?
I
Because
did.
you had the Bijan.
Bijan and Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, just classic
two
bums.
of the
I am
poopiest pants
really,
of the week.
really sad that happened.
I
this
know,
week.
I got it out of the
You got
way.
it out of the way, man. A couple years ago, I was telling Mike I had a dynasty
Yes.
team that looked like I was definitely on the way to
Super
the
team.
championship, a super team. I'm in the playoffs, and I had this was when Breece Hall was great. In his
like
breakout season.
yesterday. Go on.
Yes, and Bijan. And so I had those two guys as my primary backs. They combined in the semifinal week of the playoffs to get less than 5 points.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
in the championship week that I was not a part of, thanks, they went nuclear. And so that's my hope
Oh yeah,
for
No-
Mike
Oh,
in
that's
League
my
of
hope.
Record is that they have one of those down weeks
Oh no,
together.
they had it. It's done.
It
We
can
can't do it again.
This is the thing that's infuriating.
There's rules.
Like everybody, when you have a podcast and you talk fantasy football and you play fantasy football, I mean, I know people that have quit the game of fantasy football exclusively because they look at it as this, it's like this player averages 19.2
Yeah.
points per game and they should score 19.2 every week that they go out there. And it's like something like that can happen in the playoffs. And there's nothing you can do about it. Mike did not make a strategic error in starting
You mean
McCaffrey and Bijan
Like
yesterday.
playing Bijan against a Miami Dolphins team that were allowing 130 rushing yards per game.
Worst
you-
at home?
At home, and I am getting shamed this week because I trusted that Bijan would run for some yards. I mean, it's like that game is another
This-
example of
That game was ridiculous.
like sometimes you just do what you can do and then you lose.
This week was not, sometimes we're like, oh, that week was drunk.
Yeah.
This week was blacked out.
yes,
This week
yes, it was.
This week will not remember this week. they will absolutely. They're going into next week and they're going to think
They're like, it's week 8.
yeah.
You're like, no, it's week 9, dude.
Dude, you forget.
What?
Yeah.
There you go. We'll take a break. We'll get into studs.
This episode is supported by Prize Picks. You make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. I've been doing that to great success with Justin Herbert. You want to pick more of a quarterback's passing yards and rushing yards and touchdowns. Now you can do them all in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. And Foot Clan, if you want to play along with us around the studio parts, we've been looking at usually a weekly projection of about 5.5, 6.5 rushing yards on Jordan Love. That one, don't change it. Don't change it out there. Download Prize Picks apps today and use code FOOTBALLERS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code FOOTBALLERS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This week's Fantasy Stud Muffins, presented by Lowe's.
Oh, man, he ended up at number 1?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Say it.
needed this so bad.
Say it.
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Oh, the people are happy with you, Andy.
Do you remember that?
I sent a bouquet to Tucker Kraft.
I mean, do you
That
remember when
dude's a
I did drugs on Thursday and
Yeah.
thought that like Mason would be good like that? You guys don't understand. Like in the beginning of this show, we cared so much about our own fantasy teams, and we still do. But if we say something on here and it goes as sideways as Jordan Mason went on Thursday, you guys know this. You listened to me on Thursday. I was low.
We feel legit bad.
Yeah, and then
the therapist is on the phone.
And that was just I just needed this to work out for Jordan Love. He had only had one good game all year.
Yeah.
I picked this game as my start of the week, and then, I was nervous, but he ended up at number 1. Hallelujah.
Tucker Kraft is healthy.
Tucker Kraft is a dog.
Dude,
but we got to talk about
so
that
much fun.
Yeah, we're
during
not-
the tight ends.
All right.
Jordan Love, number 1 on the week, another dog, Drake May. It was a slow start to this game. I thought I had some hope facing him in a league.
Myles Garrett was destroying him, sacked him 5 times. The defense looked great, and that slow start. At one point, I was like, okay, so Drake May is really going to struggle, and he's the number 2 quarterback on the week.
Yeah, he played outstanding. I mean, Kayshon Boutte is a legit threat all the time. He's got multiple tight ends he uses. It was awesome. I mean, Drake May is like they're a legitimate contender.
Yeah.
Like I think there was a point when they had a nice record where I was like, well, that's nice. But when do you start taking them seriously? Well, Mike Vrabel and Drake May and this team, it's awesome. Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Joe Flacco rounding out the top 5.
Joe Flacco.
He
Now,
did
didn't he
it
get-
so quick.
Didn't he go to the locker room in this game?
He did. He came back.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
what was
he
funny is it was like 3 touchdowns in the blink of an eye.
Yep.
And then disappeared.
He did, but he still got you all those touchdowns. And irrational, unbelievably high belief in Joe Flacco that this is just going to keep happening.
Well, it might, and they are
And Chase,
they're kind of the Dallas Cowboy situation where
they were the
defense-
original.
Yeah.
Like the Bengals, like we called the Cowboys the NFC Bengals, and then they fell apart when Burrow was gone, and it looked. The fact that it's Joe Flacco, they trade for Joe Flacco, and somehow this team is back. Like Chase Brown is back.
Yeah,
Man,
Chase-
he is you because you can't just say okay, well we'll stop the run game, no problem, and then we'll worry about the wide receivers. Joe Flacco and this offense, they are cooking. I know they lost, and it was the post game.
And that's a pretty devastating
post-game
loss
interview.
for them.
It is. Oh, it's horrifically bad for the hope of like if you're a Bengals fan,
Yeah,
you're like, hey, we're gonna hold out, just squeak in, get Joe Burrow back right at the end.
really good results for the Ravens this week.
Yes, the post game interview
True.
with Justin Fields was.
I was hoping you'd bring it up, dude.
I mean, like the look. Number one, I'm super happy that Fields actually played very, very well. It was the Bengals defense, so they're hey, the Jets, we're back and blah blah blah, all this stuff. You're like,
It was still
you played the Bengals defense. They can make people look real good.
Yeah, and that's what the dude needed.
He did.
I mean, the Justin Fields
he
post-game
needed-
interview, like
He needed a personal win.
you get away from the reality of these human beings sometimes, and like that interview with Justin Fields was so vulnerable, and like
Yes,
how low he had been, and the fact
he was
that
going to get benched.
the fact that he came, it was Tyrod Taylor when he's called upon is always hurt.
I
and
think
it's like-
Taylor would have started
Yeah.
if he
Absolutely.
weren't hurt.
So for Justin Fields, for them to get that off the to get off the schneid, get the W, and to do it in a way, you had to come back, you had to fight, and we'll talk about Breece Hall, who was awesome.
Yeah.
So was C.J. Stroud, 3-18-2 against San Francisco at home. He looked good, and he didn't have his top 2.
Yeah, so if you don't
Top
have
2
Garrett
weapons.
Wilson and you don't have Nico Collins, you can finally, play good quarterback. What? That's how wacky this weekend was. Or Tua, who threw for 4 touchdowns.
On the road.
Not just on the road, against the number 1 against fantasy quarterback team that had not given up 200 passing yards this year. And then it's like, oh, dude, he destroyed you. This week was just crazy.
No, that game in and of itself was like nobody can predict that. Nobody. It's just casting a die and hoping it ends up on whatever. Running back stars. This guy,
Oh, man.
Oh,
It
yeah.
feels like Jonathan Taylor gets 6 or 7 quarters a game. The amount of like,
I feel like he gets 3 quarters
Yeah.
a game. He never gets a fourth. They're
But
just
I mean,
He gets you
dominating.
6 quarters of production in 3 quarters.
the amount of like opportunities that he gets, the big plays. He had the 80-yard run. Jonathan Taylor, number 1 again. I mean, he's had 30-plus points in like 5 of
The majority,
8 weeks.
5 of 8 weeks, the majority of his games have been over 30 points. That is absolutely wild. He's doing more than what we saw Saquon do last year.
I was going to say, do you know how many touchdowns Saquon had last year on the ground?
Was it like 12?
I think it was 15.
Yeah.
You know how many Jonathan Taylor has right now?
It's got to be like
It's
25.
14.
Oh, no, like his pace. Yeah.
Yeah, 14 touchdowns. I mean, we were talking about MVP Saquon last year. Jonathan Taylor is just
It's looking good.
And it's crazy because sometimes it's stats and sometimes it's film. And this one is obviously both. But when you watch, every play feels like he is the fastest man alive, the strongest man to ever exist, and
he only
unstoppable.
had 12 carries yesterday.
You can't have a bunch of carries when you break them off for touchdowns.
No, it's
like
a good
your
point.
drive is over. You don't get to 25 carries.
So you lost with 32 and 36 from Jonathan Taylor the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, both of them. Now, sorry, hey JT, I'm sorry. I have let you.
And what's
down.
your combined tight end points the last 2 weeks?
Let me see.
It's,
I believe
it's 4.6.
it's 3.6.
Oh, 3.6.
But thank you. Now, does it count that I put Kate Otten in him as a flex because he scored more?
Oh, you did put him in as a flex?
Oh yeah,
Why'd they do that?
National Tight End Week, baby.
Who did you play him over? And did it cost you the
no?
win?
It was actually genuinely not a joke.
I actually thought he was going to be your starting tight end. I didn't
He
realize you were
was.
going to put Hawkinson in.
No, he was. No, I got him to play him over him, but I had 2 guys in the IR, and I couldn't make the move
Without cutting somebody?
Without cutting, I basically had to cut
You should have cut Hawkins.
2 people in order to make the swap from Hawkinson to Otten. It wasn't worth it enough to me.
I'd cut 4 guys so
but
I
it
could drop
should have
Hawkinson.
been enough because that was the difference. It was like 3 more points. I would have won.
Sorry to rehash that. James Cook, that worked.
He-
216 yards. James Cook doing his thing.
Yeah, I mean he was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Brees Hall was awesome as well. What, 3 touchdowns for Brees Hall?
Yeah, and a passing
Well-
touchdown.
Yeah, I guess two rushing and a passing. It was a heck of a game for him. I
Yep.
mean, he had comments after the game where he said he went to the coaches and was like,
Mhm.
basically, if Garrett's not here, I need 20 to 25 touches. He said, if we're going to lose, we got to go down on me. We got to go down swinging.
And it was a smart decision because he is your by far best player. He looked so
Did you just hear yourself?
no.
Okay.
Well, no, what I said.
No, not you. Not you. Moving on.
Okay. I can't wait to go back and look at that tape. Andy is very embarrassed right now. I imagine there were big eyes from Mike at one point.
Just keep talking. Go on. Gosh, you were saying stuff about players.
You're saying something so smart, Jake.
So
Keep
smart.
going.
I love that Jason thought he said something.
Of course.
That's where his mind is.
Brees Hall has all season this year looked like the old Brees Hall, fast, explosive. He doesn't always get the opportunity to get the ball in space. You know, you don't have a great offensive line. You don't have a great offense. So it hasn't been wonderful every single week of the year. I am hoping more and more, and we've got about a week and a half for this to happen. I really want Brees Hall moved. I really want him traded because he is awesome. And if you put him on a better team, like I have got Jonathan Taylor, and I've been hoping that he hits the free agent market and could go sign on a good team. Instead, it turns out the Colts brought a good team to him because the human being in the right situation would be a top 3 back.
It's always really hard to think about him. Like the teams that would want him are contenders. How do you give that guy the work that he gets in New York? And can you have that kind of success?
I think you can have more success on a great offense. I would rather him have 15 touches for a great team than 25 touches for the Jets.
I guess there's 2 teams. Like the Chargers and Chiefs would be 2, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Bears.
Yeah, I mean that would get messy, but yeah. But I don't think they're trading at 4 and 3 for him. I don't know.
No. I was trying to think of a team
I'm
you
looking
could
at
actually
like
go to.
teams at the top of the divisions. It's like, I think that those are. I mean, Chiefs and Chargers. I can see the path for him basically. Like if Amari and Hampton's injury is more severe, and they're like they
Right.
know behind the scenes that he's probably not coming back, that one would work out for sure.
Washington.
Yeah, the Commanders.
Washington would work too.
That would be lovely.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah.
Did we?
I guess there's some homes.
Did we mention Saquon Barkley's huge game?
We were about to.
Okay. I didn't want to.
Saquon Barkley had a huge game
because it was awesome. We've been waiting. So many weekly discussions of Barkley has not broken a big play yet, and we got 2 of them yesterday. 14 for 150 and a score, 4 for 24 and a score through the air.
Probably a convenient bye week too.
Oh, very much with the.
Yeah. Yep. With the groin injury. Chase Brown, 12 for 73 and 1. Your start of the week, Mike.
He looked good, and I know it was the Jets. Chase Brown looked good, and you know who else looked really good? Samaje Perine.
Yeah, he is working in.
9 for 94 and a touchdown.
I don't know maybe it was just the uniforms against the grass against that defense, but like Perine looked fast.
He did have some. He had some moves out there. I have a huge question about this next player.
Yeah.
And the question is, do you trade this?
Trade away or trade for?
Trade away.
Yeah.
R.J. Harvey, 7 for 46 and 2, just 7 opportunities, and then caught 1 pass in the game for a touchdown. Very, very like Dobbins was great. Dobbins was 15 for 111. It's like it was big plays.
When I see a breakout coming for a rookie, which this was, a lot of people are saying this was the R.J. Harvey breakout game. Obviously for fantasy football, a monstrous productive game that if you had him in your lineup, you thought you were going to lose because you had R.J. Harvey in your starting lineup, and you probably won because he was awesome. Unless your team is as bad as Jeremy's, in which case you can start him and lose. But the breakout can't come via fantasy points and touchdowns against a bad defense. The breakout has to come via opportunity for me to really buy in. This was no change in his opportunity. He played 27% of the snaps. This was still J.K. Dobbins' team, and he didn't get more opportunity. It was just he played against the Dallas Cowboys, which, my goodness.
Which we knew.
How many times on Sunday did I say my favorite thing in the NFL
8
is the Dallas Cowboys defense? They literally can't stop anyone from doing anything they want to do on any play. It is delightful.
Yeah, I mean, we said start of the week, basically all the players on Denver. Yeah, 30% of the rushing are of the running back attempts and only 8 total opportunities. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, strategically speaking, this is your opportunity to trade R.J. Harvey.
Yeah.
For something very, very good potentially.
Maybe.
People
have to
love a good rookie.
You have to get something good because I agree that I'm not going to call this the true breakout game because of the work, but this is the type of game that can earn you more work.
You probably were not relying on R.J. Harvey as a starter, so you might be able to go and get someone on bye or someone injured.
Or cross-positionally.
Yeah. I don't know if I mean,
would you trade him right now for Breece Hall?
Oh, yeah, if I could get Breece Hall, of course.
Would you trade him for Kyron?
That won't work.
Yes, of course.
Would you trade him for Derrick Henry?
Yes, of course.
I don't trade think him for. Oh, I can go down a tier.
Get any of those, but Quinshon Judkins, who's injured and going on to bye, maybe that team needs a starter.
Maybe.
You need a starter, and you could.
That's what you have to do. You have to find a very specific circumstance. You won't be able to just get whatever player you want.
We should shine a light on how good Devon Achane has been.
Dude.
He's been the RB17 or better every week of the year. No other running back can say that now that McCaffrey and Bijan took the week off.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he has been cooking. Javonte got it done. Tajay Spears. Dang. Tajay Spears was so close to a 2-touchdown game.
Growl?
Javonte cannot keep getting these goal line touchdowns.
I see. This is a CeeDee Lamb.
This is a CeeDee Lamb, Dak.
You grunted because, I mean, if you have Javonte, you were happy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He was very good.
Yeah, but
you just needed like a couple more points from your guys.
Yeah.
Was CeeDee dragged down at the 1?
The 2. He was dragged down at the 2, and then oh, come on, man. You're not going to.
It's more of a
Oh, good point.
That's fair.
Man, come on.
That's fair. Yeah, and then Dak did get the the comical quarterback sneak from the 1-yard line where he did like the alligator roll.
Oh, yeah. He fell over.
Yes. He goes to quarterback sneak and kind of falls over to his right and just rolls.
That was so funny.
I did not see that.
Oh, man. It's a dumb throwaway play where he's trying to QB sneak, does not get in, but somehow he just rolls over.
It was just another couple inches I could have won my week on.
Troy Franklin was the #1 wide receiver on the week because Dallas
Yep.
I mean, Dallas is handing out candy for Halloween. I mean, it's wild. And Franklin is. I mean, this offense is capable of these performances from certain players because it's such a good offense.
Mm-hmm.
Mims has a week. Franklin has a week. Harvey has a week. Sometimes it's at the same time if you're playing Dallas.
So what I like seeing was Pat Bryant. Let's get that guy going.
He had a week.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Dallas is so and it's like
And they got
like
destroyed.
one of Troy Franklin's touchdown in the back of the end zone. He's just standing. It's like I could have caught that touchdown.
Yeah.
There was no defender. It's like Dallas sucks.
Michael Pittman, number 2 on the week. Jalen Waddle.
Michael Pittman deserves some conversation,
This
man.
is wild.
He has, but it's
Yeah. We are the city is back.
it was not something you couldn't see coming. If you take out the Anthony Richardson games and you look back the last 3 years, he's been good the vast majority of times, definitely a top 24 wide receiver, and he has continued, being the number 1 wide receiver. It's like Alec Pierce down the field. Josh Downs has had some good games, but you've got a guy here that's, he is the number 1 target, and also that touchdown from Pittman.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first touchdown I've ever seen caught with a bicep, or biceps.
Yes.
I've never seen someone catch a
man
ball
catch. It helps when you have
with your biceps before.
you have tied your career high in touchdown receptions.
The
At
offense
this point already.
The offense is cruising.
Yes.
I mean, that was one of the questions around Pittman to start the year was like, nobody saw this offensive explosion coming, and it was like, can you score enough? Well, Taylor can, and Pittman can, and Daniel Jones can. And this offense is just that good. So Michael Pittman is quietly the number 7 wide receiver on the season in
That's
total
wild.
fantasy points. So he was the right pick on that offense at the wide receiver position. And when Warren is there getting it done too. Jalen Waddle, 18.4 bounce back. I was, people were wanting to like cut Jalen Waddle last week.
Oh.
That seemed dumb.
Yeah, that's silly. I mean, you've got 4 games without Tyreek, and he has been great in 3 of them.
Yeah, he is a player that Waddle's up on the jersey board there. He's the type of player where it always feels fragile, where you get a couple good games and then the minute like last week you have the bad game, you're like, oh, okay, well, it was a fun run, but it's going to be more sustainable here.
19 targets for Jamar Chase, 12 for 91 on those. Didn't score this week. Ho-hum.
Not efficient, but 19 targets.
Khalil Shakir had his second breakaway random touchdown game of the year, which that'll help.
Yeah,
he had a monstrous screen touchdown.
Yeah, he'll have 2, maybe 3 of those a season.
How about Roman Wilson, 4 for 74 and a touchdown?
I remember him. I really liked him as a prospect.
Me too.
They could use him to be good.
Yeah,
they can use DK Metcalf to be better.
DK Metcalf feels like he is
5 for 55.
He's required to have 50 to 60 yards a week.
Like he scored,
and to score.
So it good fantasy week, but it's like,
did you play him or Zay?
Oh, when the Lamar was out, then DK Metcalf went in, but Zay Flowers had more yards than DK Metcalf.
Do I really want to bring this news up?
What
is
the
this
news?
real?
It's real. I don't know if it's worth bringing up or not. I was just now you have to.
Now what are we?
What's
even
the news?
It was just that Green Bay Packers first-round wide receiver Matthew Golden deactivated his Instagram account after the game yesterday.
Oh, no.
Yeah, get off the socials.
Did you see how open he was on that one?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
I did.
I mean, I saw it when they were just snapping the ball. I saw him coming across the middle. I go, this is going to be a 4th touchdown for Love. I was very much wanting Love to keep piling him up. He got missed on that one, but
took him 8 weeks, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
8 weeks, and we already had to shut down the socials.
Do we do that for targets?
I don't know. Maybe
because he only got 3 targets.
Maybe he was dealing
There's
with
some speculation that he's getting a lot of pushback from fantasy managers.
That's what I was going to say. I bet he's getting a lot of crap, which is disgusting. Do not. Yeah. Hey, so I don't know if we've said it this year. Never tag a player
unless it's something nice.
Unless it's something nice.
Sure.
Never tag a player something negative about your fantasy team. They don't care. They're trying.
No, I mean, and Kittle kind of summed it up in the most kind-hearted way last week, which was like, yeah, sorry to my fantasy coaches.
Yeah.
He's like, but look, they won the ball game.
Blame Shanahan.
Yeah, you gotta don't do that, people.
Yeah.
Be better. Kayshawn Booty, 5 targets, 3 for 75 and 1. He has He's
big
been
plays.
good, man. They're big plays, and we talked about Drake May down the field.
Dude, Drake May, a deep ball from Drake May it's incredible, and it's matched up perfectly right now with Booty.
Yeah. Roma Dunze, Jason's start of the week, got it done, 7 for 114. Tet McMillan, 7 for 99.
Yeah.
I had my Xavier regrets this week. And what about DK? Second week in a row, 8 targets for
You're not talking about Metcalf.
No. The Titans
sorry,
DK.
Titans DK. Is it Shamir?
Nobody knows.
Shamir
I can't
DK.
remember.
Last week had the big touchdown, but this week 7 for 93. Something to pay attention to. He was drafted ahead of Iomanner. Keep that in mind. Tight ends, Tucker Kraft, Dallas Goddard got into the end zone again.
Twice.
Oronde Gadsden.
Did you know it was National Tight Ends Week?
I did know that. I
We
was
were
told many times.
How
Yeah.
many times it was brought up.
Harold Fannin got into the end zone. George Kittle got into the end zone. Goddard was 28 yards, right? Fannin he got wide open. He was your start of the week. That worked out. Tucker Kraft, start of the week. That worked out. And Goddard, if he scores, you're really happy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting a lot more than that.
He has been doing it.
And Mason Taylor also scored.
Meow.
So there you go.
It was a pretty good catch.
It was.
Jumped up, mossed a guy.
was.
Yeah.
Didn't have to break a tackle, though. That was helpful.
No. We'll take a break. We'll talk duds. Foot Clan, we want you to meet Claude, the AI designed to be your thinking partner, Pop and Josh. When you're making fantasy decisions, Claude helps you work through the complexity behind your choices, like weighing a rookie's upside against a veteran's floor or analyzing how weather patterns might affect your quarterback choice. Claude goes beyond easy answers. It's the AI for minds that don't stop at good enough. It thinks with you, not for you. Try Claude for free at claude.ai/fantasyfootballers and see why the world's best problem solvers choose Claude as their thinking partner.
Today's show is brought to you by our friends at Starbucks. And listen to this, new Starbucks protein lattes. They have protein-boosted milk to give you a jump start on your day and on your weekly matchup. With 27 to 36 grams of protein per grande protein latte, Starbucks is about to be your go-to stop for protein. For a combo of rich espresso with sweet vanilla, add the vanilla protein latte, hot or iced, to your routine. It's a high-protein version of the vanilla latte you already love. In addition to giving your latte a lift, you can also easily swap out the milk in your other favorite Starbucks beverages with protein-boosted milk. Starbucks helps take your protein routine to the next level. We all know that consistency is key in fantasy football, and consistency is key when you're trying to get that protein, and we're all trying to find different ways, different delicious ways to get enough protein in our bodies, and that's why the Starbucks protein lattes are great. I've had one. I went with the sugar-free one. It was delicious, and I knew that I'm hitting those macros, man. I'm getting enough protein. Try the new lineup of high-protein beverages at Starbucks or add protein to your favorite drink.
It's Chimray.
Is it?
Chimray.
Okay, we got to get that one. locked.
Chimray DK.
DK.
That's how you remember it, because I knew the DK. Chimray DK.
We got a rhyme going on?
I guess.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about some of these. You talked about the week being wild and crazy, and it was.
Pooped in his big boy pants.
Some of these pants were loaded up, man.
Yeah.
They were loaded up.
They got-
Double duty.
Got filled this week.
I mean, Baker Mayfield.
Dude.
Mayfield. They won going away, and yet it was like 4 fantasy points.
I don't even know who scored.
It was 15 for 20.
I mean, it's the defense.
Tez,
really did work.
And Tez didn't score.
No, but Tez was okay in the game, but I think he was the only one.
6 fantasy points that's what I got out of
Baker again this is the second week in a row where it felt like he was not as accurate as he had been for the last year and a half.
Did you
He's
see
just
the
missing
Yes.
some guys. I mean, he missed twice. He missed Ibuka. Yeah.
Yeah, Ibuka was last week I think he caught 4 of 12 targets. This week he caught 3 of 9 targets, which I went back and I wanted to see what the practice reports were like for Ibuka this week, because there's a lot of people speculating the hamstring's still hurting him, and he didn't practice Wednesday. He was limited on Thursday. He did practice in full Friday. Probably not quite himself. I mean, they took shots. I don't know if you saw this game, but they got stopped on 7 straight goal line opportunities.
I was saving that for the Rashad White portion of this because
so
it
funny.
was hilarious.
It was really funny.
It was, but it wasn't just him. It was he took 2 shots. Baker took 2 shots on the 1-yard line, and both balls were horrible. Both should have been picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. No separation from Ibuka on the second one. Weird to throw a fade to Sterling Shepard on the first one.
What was that decision?
But Baker, this was
It was, last time we were here, we gave the ball 3 times in a row to Rashad White up the middle, got stuffed. A 4th to Sean Tucker, got stuffed. So we got to do something different.
They're missing
fade to.
They're missing Bucky Irving really bad.
Yeah.
Bucky Irving getting the play action game going, it's killing them. No Godwin, no Evans. So, I mean, they won, but now they go into the bye, and hopefully that means that it's a good time for Ibuka to get healthy, right, with the hamstring recovery, and maybe Godwin comes back afterward. But they were not passing the ball. They didn't need to against New Orleans.
Oh, and then Dak Prescott, Jason.
Yeah,
it was not good.
I said going into this week that the thing I was watching the most this week was how Dak can perform against a good defense, because they do have a difficult strength of schedule going forward for the quarterback and wide receiver, the passing game. And it started with Denver. And the way that he did not succeed was both comforting and really disheartening. The pass rush was a problem. The Broncos have a good pass rush, and they were in his face all the time. They were taking throws that, he would usually make, and it was really a big problem for Dak, and I'm worried that when he faces other teams with good pass rushes, he's not going to get it done. On the other side, you had the 2, again, goal line touchdowns from Javonte Williams.
Sure.
Now, that stinks because it does say that going forward, if they get around the goal line, they will probably run the ball, and that's a shame, as opposed to, sometimes you've got those quarterbacks that they get around there and their go-to is the passing game still. It doesn't appear to be with Dak. However, when that happens and the touchdowns go on the ground, at least the offense scored enough. Like, there were fantasy points to be had. If CeeDee Lamb got 2 more yards on, that pass, you would have had a different outlook. So I'm kind of I'm nervous going forward.
I'll try to give you some good news, because next week is Arizona for
no pass rush
for the Cowboys bye week, and then even if the second half is difficult, their difficult game. So they're on the road in Week 11 against Vegas. That's perfectly fine. Philly and Kansas City are at home. Detroit is on the road, but then Minnesota and the Chargers are at home. So in that stretch run of some difficult defenses there, at least you're home for a lot of them.
Right. Against quarterbacks specifically, the 3 toughest matchups left after Denver is Philly, Kansas City, and the Chargers, and all 3 of those are at home.
Well, there was some disappearing from our big-time running back situations here. Bijan, 9 for 25. Christian McCaffrey, 8 for 25. If you told me 17 total opportunities on the ground,
it's wild,
for 50 total yards between those 2 this week, with the matchups that specifically Bijan has, crazy. Kamara, useless this week.
He did, and I think he got hurt too.
Jordan Mason, we already saw that Thursday they were shut down. Rico Dowdle, he ran well. He just didn't get much work. Didn't get any targets.
I think Chuba scored.
Chuba did score. Yep.
Jordan Mason is worth noting. Like, he's a bench now. He's a backup.
He probably is a bench.
Right off the bat, first game, Aaron Jones outsnapped him, outcarried him. He got the work ahead of him.
And the way the game looked, Jones was going to be involved. I feel like it was almost performance too. They were like, hey, Jones is just running better, so we're going to keep you on the field.
By the way, real quick break in here. D'Amico Ryan says, quote, I do not, when asked if he has an update on Joe Mixon. So I know you guys probably forgot Joe Mixon exists.
I did.
They could probably use Joe Mixon based on the way they're running the football. Rashad White, 13 for 35.
And so many goal line carries.
He had so many chances to score. Jaylen Warren, it was okay, 13 for 62. I don't think that was too bad. Ramondre, Still got 74% of the snaps, but it was Cleveland, and he did not perform. 14 for 34.
Henderson
Someone else
looked
did.
great in the running game. He performed fantastic, and then towards the end of the game, they get near the goal line,
yeah.
and he fumbles it. It's like, oh,
How?
goodness
How does
gracious.
this happen?
He was.
Goodness
I would have
gracious.
probably been more encouraged by his performance
He
than
was
even
10 for 75.
than even RJ Harvey from a long-term perspective if that fumble doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that they might give him more work because Ramondre's worse than Dobbins. So it's like there would be opportunity there, but as a huge disappointment. Speaking of huge disappointments, got shut out on Thursday. We knew about that. Ibuka, 9 targets, 3 for 35. He, you look at the targets, 12 and 9 the last 2 weeks. You love it. But, he also just missed another touchdown in this game. It's just not worked out the last couple weeks at all. They have the bye, and then we'll see where they're at after that. A lot of people started Darnell Mooney.
Hey, I will personally apologize. On Sunday Live, we had a lot of Darnell Mooney questions, and I was confident. I was confident that Mooney would have a good game. I thought
I went
that
and checked every single one of my leagues just to see if
Just
Mooney
see if
was
he was
available.
there.
I
would've-
tried to
would've
trade
started.
for him from Al this week, and he's like, I'm not giving you somebody to help you win.
I would have started him 100%. So
I thought the way he had played last year with Kirk, and the fact like
Never kiss your
Drake
cousins.
London. Oh, nice. Drake London is out. Darnell Mooney has to be the number 1 guy for this, and he has the ability against Miami. It did not work. It was devastating.
the question of Kirk Cousins,
Right.
could he be better than Michael Penix for this team? Could another team trade for Kirk Cousins? Nope. D-U-N.
Yep.
It is over. He looked
Also,
so bad.
Falcons just
What are you, man?
I'm saying the Falcons, they put all that money into Kirk. They had the backup plan with Michael Penix. It's possible both their plans are not going to work. Because Kirk looked terrible and Michael Penix has not looked good.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I think
You're not a Penix fan?
I think overall he has looked bad.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen some flashes that make me slightly more encouraged than that. But
Okay.
what do we think of Jake Ferguson?
Dude, one target?
Goose?
One target? Man, I guess I would have to go back and check. I bet he was blocking a lot due to the Denver pass
He
rush.
did block a lot of teams from victory this week. Yes. Yes.
But he, with CD and George, his targets will be down. He still has touchdown opportunity every single week. But this was a
a goose, man.
Yep.
Dalton Kincaid, he had an early catch in this game. I was like, they're back. This is the go-to guy. It was the only one he got.
Yeah.
And
Got a couple more
didn't-
targets, but no more catches.
They didn't need to do much. I don't know where Josh Allen ended up. He might have been fine because of the rushing touchdown, but it was like, this is the James Cook show.
It was.
Hawkinson just 2
Allen's
for 26.
Still in the top 10. Hey, TJ Hawkinson, everyone just stop it. Just
Don't play
You
him.
don't have to. You don't got to
Jason
play
and
him.
I made a trade of nothing for nothing. That is exactly what we
That's
did.
the best
A
kind of
couple weeks
trade.
ago, we traded like a Mason Taylor for Hawkinson deal, and
Well, no, I got a much worse defense that
you got
helped
the
me
Steelers
lose.
D.
Yeah.
That trade, we shouldn't have done that.
I agree.
Yeah, we should have just cut all the things connected to that trade.
TJ Hawkinson is pacing for 540 yards.
Next time I'm going to cut somebody, Jason, and then you're going to cut somebody. I want us to trade first, and then we cut the opposite person's.
The Steelers' defense sucks. They're bad.
Yeah, they got me -4 in a league this week.
I mean, I saw someone call them the
Nice.
shower curtain.
Instead of the steel curtain,
Yeah.
the shower curtain.
That's not
And
bad.
and the funny thing is it's like they are paying a lot of money for that defense. Jalen Ramsey and Watt are two of the priciest defenders in the league, and they are not getting it done.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. All right, yeah, no, nothing from Andrews and Likely, no Lamar back, so just hold on that. That they play Thursday, by the way.
Yes.
Miami.
The surging
resurgent,
Dolphins,
yeah.
maybe?
Well, the Dolphins had like what 2 or 3 of their games have been really close at the end, right? Like they almost beat the Chargers. Like they're to their credit, to all the insult and
27-29 to the Chargers.
And they scored at the very end of the game. It was the Waller touchdown, and then they gave up the McConkey play for a game-winning field goal for the Chargers.
They lost by 3 points a week before that to Carolina in a close game. But
which, that's fine. I'm
just saying, like, they could have a little winning streak going.
It's the allowing 33, 33, 31, 21, 27, 29, 31, 10.
As Cousins.
That was the issue.
Yeah. That was Studs and Duds presented by Lowe's. Lowe's knows Sundays are for NFL football. Earn your Sunday with Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
All right,
We've
good.
got
Week
another
8
game tonight.
It's gone, everyone.
No, it's not gone. We got another game.
Oh, we still have a game?
We got football tonight. Marcus Mariota goes to Arrowhead.
Week 8 is over, everybody.
That's not going to solve our problem of close games, most likely.
No. This game is the perfect way to finish off Week 8.
If I can have Mariota, just set the stage here, because this is really high odds.
Oh, yeah, the Monday Night Miracle. What do you need?
I need Mariota to outscore Rashee Rice by 24.8 points.
Okay.
And then Josh loses.
You need Rashee Rice
Interesting.
to not play.
Right.
And then Mariota to score 25.
Right.
Okay.
Easy work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I doubt it. All right, we've got the Monday night game. We got waiver wire tomorrow. We'll do some midseason review stuff this week. Get into the we'll like reset the mechanism, and we'll get into week 9, and we'll talk about maybe a more sane week of football.
Hopefully.
And trade deadlines are coming up. We've only got a couple more weeks away, I think, for a lot of leagues. So we can talk some trades here soon as well. If you have a question for the show, you can go to the website, thefantasyfootballers.com. And you could click that submit a question button. Send us your questions for this week. Thursday and Friday, we'll get into matchups and start of the week. Reminder to check out jointhefoot.com if you want to join our fantasy football community and support the show. Another really easy way to support the show in about 30 seconds. Make sure you're following on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're listening. Click that follow button and leave us a review. If you've got a couple extra seconds to do that, that helps the show and the algorithms and all that stuff. That'll do it for today's episode. We'll let Jason get back to searching for 3 points somewhere in the office. Maybe you can find them.
It's in the couch cushions.
Check them.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.